Testing. Okay, that's working. Hey, Anita. Just give it a moment, see if anyone shows up. Oh, hey, Joe. Good to hear. Let's just. I think the internet's working. I think the internet at my place is working again. Seems to be. So let's hope we don't have another issue like yesterday. Let me just get comfortable. Um. So yeah, I guess we'll go and get started then. So welcome back to another watch along in the Jurassic franchise, where now we've left Jurassic Park and we're entering Jurassic World, a film that many of us were waiting for since Jurassic Park 3. Since I guess there was talks of a Jurassic Park 4, but it never came to be. So instead, we got this film, which while it was a hit when it came out, nowadays people look back on it with mixed results, and I am one of those people. But will I still feel the same after all these years? Well, one way to find out. So let me just turn my headphones on. Where's the? And yes, Colin Trevorrow directed this one, who would later direct Dominion. And the only other movies I looked up that he's apparently directed is Safety Not Guaranteed and The Book of Henry. So, all right. Okay, so everyone ready? Ready spaghetti? Let's just pray for not another incident like yesterday. So, 3, 2, 1, play. All right, there we go. All right, the movie's starting. Yeah, the new Universal logo. First, I prefer the original, but that's just me. Egg. Yeah, I know, right? Egg. Because yeah, this film introduces a concept we've had in the previous films. Apparently, the idea of hybrid dinosaurs. Which, when you think about it, it's nothing that new in this franchise. Because remember those toys they made of hybrid dinosaurs when we were kids? You know, like the Ultimasaurus, the that Ankylosaurus Pteranodon hybrid. Like, I don't know. I guess it's not that new of a concept, but you know, bird and a really terrible CGI looking bird too. Yeah, he's using a viewfinder. I used to have those as a kid, and that specific one he's using those the dinosaurs I had. I know, right? Bird symbolism. Well, gotta introduce the appetizers of the film. Gosh, how needy is your girlfriend, dude? You can't even say "I love you" to your girl. Come on, dude. I know she's a bit needy, but seriously. I know, right? Wait, this is a Christmas movie? Yeah, might as well be war given where they're going. Yeah. Yeah, I've been seeing your trivia. It's just, stuff that I didn't already know about. Lady, you were just making dark jokes to your kids, and when he does it, then it's bad. Like, okay, then double standards. Much. Kid, how do you weigh an island? That yeah, like what he said. That doesn't make sense. I just want to play Jurassic World Evolution. I might actually do that after sometime today since I'm off. Maybe after I'm done with this and the next two watch alongs. And of course, they got to play the iconic music, even if it's a bit of a different, slightly different take than the original. I guess it is kind of cool to see the park finally in operation, but I don't know. I kind of always want to see what the park from the original movie looked like if it was in operation. You know what I mean? Just saying. Like if we could have like a movie that's in an alternate universe, the park didn't go to crap and actually, you know, I don't know. Wow. Yeah, how much the park has evolved since John Hammond was alive. Bryce Dallas Howard. Just gonna say it. I'm not a fan of this character. Just saying. So I don't buy into this. Yeah, look, I get with a park you need to add attractions to get people coming, but like, how do you ever get bored of seeing a living dinosaur? Is what I don't get. Like, I don't think you could ever make dinosaurs boring if you brought them, bring them back alive. Just why not just bring back like yeah, like this is a brilliant idea. Instead of like bringing back a prehistoric animal that actually existed, why not let's just create something completely new that we have no idea how it's going to behave. Like, yeah, what could go wrong there? Hmm. Hey, Mr. DNA. I know, right? Like, if they wanted new attraction, why not bring back other prehistoric animals, not just dinosaurs? Have some ice age animals. Have some creatures from the Paleozoic era. Like, the possibilities are endless. Claire has no experience working with kids, does she? I mean, considering the later films, we see Dimetrodons, Listosaurus, even a Dunkleosteus in the latest film, so it's clear they can bring back Paleozoic animals. I know Jurassic World might be a favorite for some people. This definitely was not my favorite film of 2015. I mean, it wasn't my worst or anything, but it wasn't my favorite. I liked it more than Star Wars: The Force Awakens, if that's anything to go by. How is that shirt in poor taste? Maybe. Yeah, Pachycephalosaurus. Bitch. Yeah, I know. We don't see Pachycephalosaurus again in the franchise, I guess. And we do see the Stygimolochs, but that's about it. Yeah, this lady seems more concerned about stats and not whether or not the guests are having fun or not. That's telling you something. Yeah, two types of people in these businesses. Yep. So I remember hearing something that I don't know how much of this is true, but I heard somewhere that I guess they moved all the dinosaurs from Isla Sorna onto Nublar, which I don't get the point in that if that's the case, because I thought the point of Isla, like I don't get the point of that if the whole point of Sorna was to have a place where they can roam free and then bring some dinosaurs to Nublar. Like I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So what's the big deal that it's white? So what? Yeah, I've seen a production story about Jurassic Park 4, so yeah, apparently Indominus Rex is a combination of a bunch of animals, like a bunch of different dinosaurs and other creatures. Like they put cuttlefish DNA in it, which explains the camouflage. Brandon Chris Pratt. I'm just gonna come out and say it. These Velociraptors, they don't look nearly as intimidating as they did in the original movies. I think part of it too is they use mostly CGI, and we don't ever see like an animatronic version of them because of the way they build the animatronics. In the original films, made them very intimidating and horrifying. Hey, Jack Horner. I forgot he made a cameo in this movie, the paleontologist, and of course our human villain of the movie, Vincent D'Onofrio. So yeah, this film introduced the idea of using dinosaurs to use in war, which I don't think I can explain how idiotic that is, do I? Yeah, I know, right? Like, how long would it take to domesticate a dinosaur? I know I try and say without the. I mean, I'm saying I hate this mentality that they man so they own them. They're still animals. They're not going to respond to stuff like that. Okay, they. Oh dear. As far as the dude didn't just break his back. Yeah, I know, right? A lot of people replicate this scene. I doubt this would work in real life, though. It's like try to do this with a lion or a tiger and see what happens. Like Hoskins just witnessed that clearly they don't really take orders from Owen technically, and you still want to think it's a good idea to weaponize them. And apparently we got a petting zoo that's for the baby dinosaurs, which I don't know if that's a good idea. Like, what if how kids sometimes will abuse animals at these type of places? What if they piss off like one of the baby triceratops and gets bit? Just saying. Well, even Doctor Evil is genius comparison to Hoskins, right? Really? Okay. Jeez, what a high pitched squeal. Something else too, because when this movie first came out, I assumed this was a reboot to the franchise. I did not realize that it's meant to be a sequel, which, because it is a sequel, it does raise a lot of questions. Like, the biggest question, obviously, being why they thought it was a good idea to reopen this park given all the crap that happened in the original movies. Yeah, I know that's meant to be Rexy from the first movie. I know, like I don't know whose side I want to choose on because I get the mother like she wants to have her spend time with her kids, but like you do realize that your sister has to run this park. She's an incredibly busy person, so I don't know. Ooh, burn. I'm gonna say it. I don't think these two have the best chemistry. Like, I don't know. I just don't see it. And if anything, Owen has better chemistry with Blue than he does you. I would say Owen is the closest thing to the most likable character in this franchise, but well, we'll get more into his character as we continue through the franchise. And and here we are at the Mosasaurus Lagoon. I would say it is good that we're finally getting to see some marine reptiles in this franchise, even though so far this is the only marine reptile we get. Even though they gave the Mosasaurus a buttload of osteoderm, something they wouldn't have in real life. I mean, I'm pretty sure we found skin impressions of them, so I know, right? If that's her meant to be shy, what's her being confident? Yeah, I know. I know this one was directed by Colin Trevorrow. I mentioned that earlier. Lady, are you dissing paleontologists and their creative way of how they come up with names for dinosaurs? Then again, you seem to be dissing a lot of things in this film. Yeah, the Archaeornithomimus are in the evolution games. Yeah, I remember. I know, right? Like, what's the point not telling you what this animal is made of? Yeah, I know, right? It's like you can't keep the animals like this isolated. What? Uh oh. Because like, here's the first really, really, really dumb thing that these characters do in this movie, and that's saying something. So they think it escaped, but like So they think it escaped out of its enclosure, but like no one heard the ground shake or saw this giant crawl out. Like you'd think that would have caught attention. Like here's the dumb decision. So okay, so it's confirmed the Indominus has the ability to somehow shut off its thermal regulation because it's that intelligent, and it's been in the pen the whole time. Why didn't they just check its tracker before they walked into the pen? Wouldn't that make more sense? You know, why even walk in the pen at all? Let's be honest, they only did it because they wanted an excuse for the Indominus to escape. Yeah, why did you go that way and not towards the exit? Like, I don't get that. What do you think is happening, lady? It's escaping. Yep, what do you know? It escaped. What a shock. Yeah, you're dead. I'm gonna say it's regarding the Indominus Rex's design, it just looks like a generic theropod. Like when they were talking about it's a hybrid, I guess I was expecting something more crazy and over the top. You know, kind of like those toys they made way back when. But I don't know. It just looks like a generic theropod with a buttload of osteoderms and some quills on its head. Well, even the V-Rexes from King Kong had a generic theropod design. Yep, now y'all got a big problem. I mean, true, I guess. At least it does look like a dinosaur, unlike what we got in Rebirth. Yeah, I guess that could be a reason. I mean, I just assume it's because the oil deterred the smell of the oil deterred her away, but I mean, I guess it could be the crane as well. Dude, are you comparing your experience with raising a wolf pup with training a velociraptor? Yeah, 10 years you've never had an escape. Go- yeah, I would take this over The Force Awakens. What about it? What are you talking about over the top of the Tyrannos? We haven't gotten to that scene yet. You got the Gallimimus. Kid, why are you acting like this now? You've acted excited and fun throughout the whole movie. I mean, wow, you're a dick. Yeah, you noticed the vehicle's moving. What's that about? Hmm? Hey, the river boat arrive. Some Stegosaurus and a Apatosaurus. Yeah, back to the stuff we care about, please. This is another thing I hate in these types of movies. What's the point of bringing in an expert if you're not going to listen to them or take their advice? He clearly knows what he's talking about. Yeah, like those are going to do anything to it. Fine, enjoy watching your men get killed. Yeah, at least the tranks of the second film kind of worked. It took a little bit of time, but at least it eventually. Yep. That ain't good. I was about to say, how does she remember that? Like, I guess she's intelligent, but that seems awfully specific. And of course, yeah, it can camouflage as well. Yeah, see those whatever those tasers, they're not doing a damn thing to it except pissing it off. I know, right? Like, wouldn't it be cool to see it like actually arrive where all the guests are, like camouflage against the buildings and start attacking them? Like, I don't know, that would have been something neat to see. Yeah, they use a net gun against this thing. He is helping. You're just not taking his advice. He knows what he's talking about. Jeez. Well, then you could argue none of these creatures are dinosaurs. They were all created in a lab. So and we get the gyrospheres. Dude, you're on an island with dinosaurs. Though. Why are you thinking about attracting girls? Also, don't you have a girlfriend back home? Like really, dude? Like so much for being like okay, whatever. I know, right? So he's a womanizer. Great. Yeah, like you want me to really like this character, don't you? I forgot I had some cheese right here. Also, of all the characters from the first Jurassic Park to bring back, they seriously brought back Doctor Wu, a guy who had like what a couple minutes of screen time. I mean, that is a good word right there from Doctor Who. We're just used to being the cat. I know, right? This whole thing has been mad. Oh, Jimmy Fallon, really? Its whole thing has been mad science. Like you've technically, you guys have never been creating actual dinosaurs. You've just been creating man-made monsters, and you've been filling in the gaps. At least in Prehistoric Park, Nigel Marvin actually built a time portal and went back in time to bring back prehistoric animals. A Triceratops and a Patasaurus. I don't know if it's a good idea to be that close to them. I know, right? At least in the first Jurassic Park, the Jeeps were like what, computer controlled or whatever. Why did they do that with these things? Like stupid people can be. Like they could do something like piss one of these herbivores off. Dude, I think there's a reason they're closing it this early. Just, you only just now remembered your nephews, Claire. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these dinosaurs are strong. I don't think you can withstand the weight of an Apatosaurus or the horns of a Triceratops or the Thagomizer of a Stegosaurus. Hamster ball. Oh, now you want Owen's help? Don't you do any things stupid. Come on. Yeah, that's pretty sad. Um, yeah, yeah, oh dear. How the Ankylosaurus didn't notice the Indominus there, I don't. Mm. Yeah, no, I get close to the dino that's known to actually break the legs of a Tyrannosaurus. It's also, I'm just gonna say it. I think I prefer the Ankylosaurus from Jurassic Park 3 than these ones. It just had a cooler design in that movie. Yeah, that could happen. Ugh. It snapped its neck. No, you're not. Yeah. So obviously, this scene is trying to replicate the scene in the first Jurassic Park with the kids in the Jeep, but I'm sorry, it just doesn't have the same effect. Because in the original Jurassic Park, it was an actual animatronic of the T Rex that actually apparently legitimately scared the kids because how forceful it was when it crashed the Jeep. But because this is all CGI, the kids have to pretend that it's there, and yeah, and if you can tell by their faces, it doesn't. It's not as convincing, or at least in comparison to the original movie. And alright, you can't copy the perfection of the original is. Also, again, I don't remember in the Lost World when Roland said predators don't hunt when they're not hungry. Like the Dom just killed an Ankylosaurus. You have a whole lot of meat. Why are you wasting your time chasing these two little morsels? And you two are lost. Great. Yeah, I know they established he's just killing things just because, but even then, it just doesn't really make a lot of sense. I guess I don't know. It's clearly They've created a very unhinged animal that doesn't know what it's doing. It's and you found a Dinopatosaurus, and I guess this is an animatronic. In fact, I think this is the only animatronic in the whole film, which is really a step down compared to all the other previous movies. And we know the animatronic looks better than any of the CGI in this film. So is this implying this is the first time Claire's actually been up close to any of these animals? A whole bunch more are dead, which again, I get this thing's killing things because, but it still doesn't make sense. Like, why is it just killing them and not eating? Like, how's that an evolutionary advantage there exactly? Like, I don't know. And now the military boys have arrived. Yeah, Owen's kind of out of range at the moment. Yeah, they really need the Verizon deal, huh? Yeah, I guess. Like he acknowledges that her shoes are ridiculous, which is something that'll come back later on near the finale of this movie. Yeah, except the Indominus Rex didn't exist 65 million years ago. It's not supposed to exist. Period. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Hmm? What happened here? And it looks like they found the original building from the first movie that's still standing for whatever reason. Like, they didn't tear it down or anything. Also, how's this place as overgrown as it is already? Like, I get it's been like what 20 over 20 years since the events of the first movie, but like, I doubt it'd be that overgrown that quickly. Yeah, get it. It's the sign like at the end of the. Like, yeah, I get it. Yeah. I'll admit I've only seen season 1 of Camp Cretaceous. I haven't gotten to the rest of the series, but we definitely will, um, eventually. Yeah, the night vision goggles. Yeah, I get a movie. Yeah, we remember the first film, okay? Yeah, I heard. I mean, from what I've seen of season 1, I remember being pretty good. Like, these velociraptors with freaking laser beams attached to their heads. I guess Mr. Miss Ronnie is one of the few decent characters in the film as well. Like, I mean, sure, he did end up funding this park, and for some reason wasn't told what the Indominus is made of, and only until too late. Oh, yeah, failed the driver test with the driving part. I'm pretty sure that's like what 70-80% of the test. Wow, you just missed them. Yeah, I know we're questioning the same. Oh, and how do you get one of these things started? They look so old and decrepit. Yeah, you just had to put down the gun. Like, really? Okay, yeah, you got the gun now, but like, yeah, right. This thing has both Rex and Raptor DNA, and you can't even smell them. Like, who do you think? And at the pterosaur Avery. Yeah, why is the Avery so far away from the rest of the park? Like, what's the point of that? I guess they use the monorail to get there, but and there it goes. Yeah, and out comes the Pteranodons and Dimorphodons, since we get another species of pterosaur, which is about time. Yeah, how do they miss this target? Like, I don't get that. Also, I will say, not exactly a big fan of these designs for the Pteranodons. I just kind of prefer the way they looked in Jurassic Park 3. These ones just look too shrink wrapped. Yeah. I mean, at least they don't have teeth this time like they did in the third film, so at least that's a little more accurate. It's just that I don't know. They just don't look as good as they did in the third film. Yeah, there's a death scene, all right. And now they're all heading straight to the park. You were saying, Zach? This movie's about as long as the first Jurassic Park, so oh great. Yeah, this to me is a little disappointed because when you're gonna have a scene where all the guests are like under attack, I was hoping that we could see more than just the pterosaurs, like see some of the other dinosaurs break out and cause havoc. This is gonna get chaotic. Yeah. Yeah, save the martini. And the baby triceratops, come on. Yeah, no, it's sad that Dino Land shut down. You know, harming baby dinosaurs is where we draw the line. You can kill as many people as you want, but and there goes the babysitter. Honestly, she might get one of the most brutal deaths out of anyone in this franchise. And yep. Yeah, if she didn't get chewed up, if she got swallowed whole, that means she's probably slowly digested like she's an Attack on Titan. Just I know, right? More unnecessary cruel scenes like that, please. That was close. Oh, now you just wow, you turned something on fierce for Owen just there. Yeah, really in the middle of it. Is this now really the time? Like you're under attack by pterosaurs still. It's like sorry, my dad was talking to me, so of course they played the iconic Velociraptor scream. It's always just Will Smith, that guy. Yes, I think most people prefer the Star Wars prequels over the sequels. Fine, but if your men die, don't blame it on him. Which, spoiler alert, they do. Oh, it gets dumb. Don't worry, Drew. It gets dumber as we continue on this film. Yeah, that's another thing. If Owen said no, how would you control the Raptors? They only know Owen. Like they seem to trust. Well, maybe not trust, but they at least know him. Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Sounds like my mom's taking the dogs out. Here we go. Yes, I've seen your comments. Sheesh. Yeah, what a way to celebrate Christmas, being on this island with all these killer dinosaurs. I know, right? Like, what's Raptors gonna do during a war zone like that? Like, you're all screwed. All right, what's taking them so long? Just shoot it. It's in plain sight. I mean, they almost got it down. Who knows what the Dom said? Just attack them, I guess. I know, like, how did y'all miss? She was like in front of y'all. Like, see, Hoskins, this is why it's a bad idea. Well, one of your raptors is now dead. Yeah. I guess that it's an implication that the raptors are more against the other humans and not Owen himself. But even then, it's okay to lie to people when they're scared. I don't think that's how that works, Claire. Yeah, Barry lives, and we'll see him in the Dominion. Apparently, yeah. Gee whiz. Pretty sure that would just ramming the car against the raptor like that probably would have killed it or brutally injured it. Yeah, how's going indoors going to press the Raptors? I think we've established in the franchise the Raptors can open doors. Oh, that was awkward. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, you'll definitely be in the sequel, all right. Again, I don't get why they brought Doctor Wu back of all characters. He barely had that much role in the first movie, so any more baffling, they decided to make him one of the villains. It's like, really? Filled with some other, like, I guess, experiments. Is this guy serious? You just witnessed what every red flag of why using dinosaurs in the military is a bad idea, and you still think it's a good idea. Like, how dumb do you have to be? And how did no one notice this raptor come through or anything? Actually, you know what? I don't even care. Considering this raptor mauls him to death is just worth it. Like, yeah. Mm. Keep in mind, that's probably the most blood we'll see in any of these Jurassic World films because these movies have this thing where they're too afraid to show too much blood, unlike the original movies. Too bad we never get to see a raptor fight a Dilophosaurus in these movies. That'd be interesting to see. Yep, another value was lost. Yeah, I know these films are PG-13, but may I remind you that the earlier films were rated PG-13 and they got away with a decent amount of blood and brutality. So why can't these films? Aside that, modern audiences are a bunch of pansies. You know, that's another thing too. This franchise, as we'll see in the next two films, they want us to buy this bond between Owen and Blue. But the thing is, these two barely have that much interaction in this franchise. Like, I think this first film is the most interaction these two ever have. Because in the later films, not so much. Yeah, pretty sure that would have killed Blue right there. Yeah, oh, and I doubt your raptors would be enough to take on this thing. It's mm, well, that one's cooked. Yeah, this is a great idea. Let's unleash another carnivore out of its enclosure. Hmm? And yeah, here she is. After 22 years, Rexy herself is still alive. I guess that meant she was pretty young in the original movie then. Okay, now this is bullcrap right there. How is the Indominus not able to pull the kid out like this? Like, come on, that no. And she's been running in high heels this whole time. Are you? She was. And the T Rex breaks through the Spinosaurus skeleton, which I'm assuming that's meant to be a middle finger to Jurassic Park 3. Yeah, there can only be one top predator on this island. I will admit this climax is probably the best scene, is the highlight of the whole movie. So yeah, Blue and Rex they apparently team up, which yeah, don't think that's how that would work in real life. Rex would probably just chomp on Blue, but okay. Also, wouldn't Rexy have like a negative impression on Raptors given her fight with them at the end of the first film? And you're right next to the water. Mm. There's always a bigger fish. Or, well, reptile in this case, but you know. There goes your $26 million dinosaur. Seriously? Yeah, stick together until you break up again in the next film and then get back together again. It's like, can you two just, I don't know. Meanwhile, on the back to the island, looks like Rexy reclaims her role as ruler of of the island. Directed by Colin Trevorrow. So yeah, that was Jurassic World, and I mean, it has its moments, but it has its moments, I suppose, but overall, I don't know, for executive producer Steven Spielberg, okay. Overall, I don't know, I just didn't overall care for this film compared to the other films. Yes, I will take it, I will say, maybe I'm the few people to say this, I think I prefer Lost World and JP3 over this film. Yeah, I said it. Like, it still has its entertaining moments. I'll say this, as weak as it is, it has it's not I can't say it's not boring, unlike the next couple films that come after this, but we'll get to those eventually. For me, it's just overall mediocre to average, like maybe a 5 out of 10, maybe a soft 6 at best, if I'm being generous. I don't know. I just felt like, for one, I don't know, I think part of me too is the lack of animatronics. I think holds it back for me, because that was part of the big deal of the other films, is the use of animatronics that adds some life to them. Whereas the heavy use of CGI in this, it just doesn't have that, you know. And it's not even that. I mean, it's not the worst CGI, but it's nothing that impressive compared to the other movies. So yeah. But yeah, next up we'll be taking a look at the next film where it really starts to go down after the next one, but we'll get to that one next time. So, well, not literally next time, because I got a few other watch ons to do, but you get what I mean. So yeah, I guess I'm supposed to end it here. I'll probably do the next watch on in a little bit. I just needed to get dressed to see if my mom needs any help. I'm off today, so my plan is to get the SMG4 watch along and the next couple episodes of Firefly out today. So here's hoping. So I guess I will see y'all in the next one. So later.